Everybody, it's Danielle here from DKW Styling. Okay, so today this video is all about hair products and current tools that I'm using kind of on an everyday basis. If you are new to my videos, what I typically do is I talk about some kind of hair tip or trend as well as kind of my look of the week with an outfit or style that I put together. I am a hairstylist and I specialize and educate on color as well as hair extensions and specifically a method that I created called Natural Beaded Rose. So for more information on that, you can visit my website at dkwstyling.com. Okay, so we're going to kind of go ahead and get started. I was looking through all of my products and I had like I didn't think I was much of a product person, but then I was like going through all my products. I'm like, I have so much product in here. So I kind of just picked some of my favorites and ones that I'm currently using. So we're going to kind of go ahead and get started. I'm going to talk about each product that I use. Okay, so when you get out of the shower and you need like a good detangling spray for your hair, long hair, short hair, thin hair, thick hair, whatever your texture is, this is probably my favorite. I use this on all of my clients. It's called 12 Benefits. Another similar one is called It's a 10, but I prefer this one. It's just a really good, it seals the color, smooths frizz, repairs damage, and just a really good leave-in spray. I think with product, a lot of times people overdo it and they spray in too much. If you don't like to wash your hair every day, with every product that I'm going to show you today, just kind of remember less is more, and maybe on the last day, if you're going to wash your hair, you can get away with putting a little bit more product in it. But this spray I only use on wet hair, so this is kind of a good detangling spray, and I'm going to post all of my products on my blog, so if you're like, oh, what was that? I forgot. Go back to my blog and I'll post pictures of each product. Okay. Then I kind of like to spray it a little bit more heavy through the ends and not so much on the top because I don't want it to weigh my hair down. Okay, if you have thick hair or hair extensions, I'm really loving this. It is a nourishing cream and it's just a leave-in conditioner also, and I use this on wet hair, and yes, I actually use both of these together. I feel like, okay, so I have hair extensions in my hair and my real hair texture is fine, and then my hair extension hair, if you have hair extensions or if you have thicker, coarser hair, you kind of know what I'm talking about. So I feel like I have two different types of texture on my head right now. I have my extension hair and then my fine hair. So I always do a little bit more heavy products on my extension hair and not as much on my real hair. So this is, I don't put a ton of this on my real hair because I already put this on my real hair for like a leave-in treatment and a detangler spray. But I really like this if you have thick hair. And it's more of like a cream base texture. And with all products, what you want to do is, if you have fine hair, or if you have extension hair, probably 1 to 2 pumps is plenty. And then just kind of rub it in, work it through your ends first and work your way up. So that one's by Macadamia, and that's a good one too. So these are both wet hair. Okay. Then I want to talk about kind of if you have dry damaged hair and you need a good repair treatment. I really like this one by Redken. It's called Real Control and it's called Overnight Treat. This is one that you can put on your hair. What I usually do when I use this is like I'll shower at night and kind of let my hair dry, probably air dry about 80%. And when my hair is just a little bit damp, I kind of go and again starting at the ends because that's where you need most of that moisture. And I kind of work it through the ends and work my way up. With this, on the directions, it says that you don't have to rinse it in the morning. Yes, you absolutely should rinse it in the morning. I tried it one day where I didn't rinse it and I looked like I hadn't showered in weeks. So I would recommend rinsing this, but this is a good repair treatment. Remember, with any kind of protein or repair treatment, really like once or twice a month is plenty. So this is a good lightweight overnight one. Another treatment that I like, it's actually by L'Oreal, but you have to go to a professional to get this product. You can't buy it at any beauty supply, but it is a repair treatment, and I do this a lot. I did a whole video on this, but I do this a lot to some of my clients that are going from dark to light and their ends need a little TLC. So I throw this on at the shampoo bowl, leave on for about 3 to 5 minutes, and then rinse. But this is a great repair treatment. Again, you can't buy this anywhere, but I wanted to show it to you guys because if you find a professional that does do or carry the L'Oreal line, you can ask them about the repair treatment and see if they offer it. So this is a good one. It's really lightweight. Okay, now for a root lifter, sometimes I use a root lifter, sometimes I don't. But if I'm going to use one, I like this one by Redken. It's called Redken Guts. My baby takes the caps off all my products and then I had to like search for them. I don't know if she's eating them or what's going on. So this is a good one. When you're putting on a root booster, you actually want to section off your hair and just kind of mist it in. It comes out kind of like a spray mousse texture. Be careful with any kind of a root mousse. If you put too much in at the roots, I find when blow drying my client's hair, it almost makes it sticky and hard to get the round brush through. So just be careful. I kind of just do a little bit on the sides, mostly a little bit in the crown, and you're good. Like 3 or 4 sprays and you're probably good. On thicker hair, you know, you can go in and spray it a little bit more, but fine hair, less is more. Okay, if you are the girl that is putting baby powder in your hair, stop it and go get a powder, a professional powder, because this one's by Redken. This is called Powder Grip. So a professional powder will not leave your hair looking dull like baby powder, because you can see when you sprinkle it in and kind of work it in, oops, it dries more clear. So with any kind of a hair powder, I usually don't put this in on the first day. I usually do it on the second day when your hair is a little bit more oily. And you can kind of sprinkle it into the roots, or you can kind of sprinkle it throughout. Be careful with this because you don't want to put too much hair powders in, because remember, you don't want your hair to be dull and lose a lot of shine. So, but just a little bit of this kind of goes a long way if you're a hair powder girl, or you use baby powder, switch and pick up this. Okay, probably my most favorite texture spray where you can get really cute beach messy waves. I've used this on a million of my videos. I love it, love it, love it. It is called Redken Wool. So I did a video, it was like a curling video where I showed you how to use this. I like to it's a very wet product, so I like to kind of just spritz it on my end, kind of break apart the curls, tousle the curls a bit, maybe even scrunch it a little bit. Kind of separates your curl and gives you this cute beach messy texture look. Another thing that I've been doing on some of my clients that have maybe like shorter hair that need a little bit of texture and grit at the roots, I will replace my root booster and use this on at their roots a little bit. It just kind of makes it kind of gritty and gives them kind of the same effect a volumizer or root booster would give them. So this is just a really good texture spray. Okay, where do we go? So my hairspray that I'm currently using right now, you guys are like, really? You use all of these products? Yes, I do. But it just depends. Like, I only wash my hair probably every like 2 or 3 days. So like on day 1, I don't do a ton of product because I know if I do too much, I'll have to wash it the next day. And then day 2, I might kind of throw in my texture spray or some of my powder, or, you know, just whatever it looks like it needs. But just remember, I have some clients who come in and I'm like, what is in your hair? And they put too much product in it and it almost feels kind of dry and brittle. So just be careful with too much product. On fine hair especially, be really careful with hairspray. Hairspray has a lot of alcohol in it and it can tend to dry your hair out, which isn't a problem until the next day when you go to brush it out. And if it's too dried out from the hairspray, it can cause it to break. A lot of times when I'm trying to get rid of flyaways, I actually will take my hairspray and spray it right in my hands and then just kind of smooth in any spots that I need to. That way the hairspray is not too heavy. I like this hairspray. I'm not super picky with hairspray. I like a firm hold and I like something in an aerosol can, but this one is called Spray and Play Harder by Big Sexy Hair. I think those are all my styling. Oh, if you have hair extensions, you have to have an argan oil. And a lot of people will ask me, how much argan oil should I be using? Honestly, like, I probably use maybe a dime size amount, you know, and then kind of just rub it in and work it starting at the ends, work your way up. Try not to get too much on the top of your hair, it'll weigh it down. And you know, if you're filling your hair throughout the day and it feels dry again, then throw a little bit more on. There's not really a limit on how much you can use, especially with hair extensions, because hair extension hair is more dry and more coarse because it's not alive. So it needs some of those oils and those nutrients put back in. So I just really like a basic argan oil. Okay, we're gonna talk about what's in my shower. Okay, so again, with extensions, I feel like I have 2 different textures of hair on my head. So I have like my fine real hair and then my coarser, thicker extension hair. So I really like, for shampoo right now that's in my shower, I have been using this by Redken. It's called Body Full. I wash my hair with this, and then I like to use a heavier conditioner because I have hair extensions. I feel like you have to use a heavier conditioner. So I mix it up and I try Redken All Soft. A lot of people will buy like the All Soft shampoo and conditioner or the body shampoo and conditioner. Even if I didn't have my hair extensions in, I love, you know, keeping it in the same line but mixing it up. Maybe get a body one, and then this All Soft is just a really moisturizing conditioner. Another shampoo that I have in my shower right now, if you're a Pureology lover, is I have this Pure Volume shampoo. Honestly, with fine hair, Pureology is a heavier line because it is more concentrated. And a lot of people don't know, but with Pureology, I always tell my clients, use about half the amount as you would with any other shampoo, just because it is so concentrated, but then you have to go in and lather and use a little bit more water to get it to kind of suds and clean your hair really well. I actually prefer Pureology products on my clients that have a little bit thicker hair. I just feel like it's a little bit too heavy on my hair, but I still really love Pureology products. Another shampoo that I always recommend for my blondes, and a little goes a long way, is a purple shampoo. This is just like the Sally's brand one, but for some reason, I really like it. It works really, really well, but I don't know if you can see that, but the shampoo is literally bright purple. So if you are a blonde, I know when we first get our highlights done, it's so pretty and shiny and amazing, and then 2 weeks in, you're like, oh, they kind of fade out, or they dull, or they go a little bit yellowy. I would say use a purple shampoo no more than, depending on how much you wash your hair, I'd say I use this once every 2 weeks. That's plenty. I can always tell my clients who come in and I'm like, your ends are gray. I feel like a little bit of yellow or brassiness is going to be better than gray ends. So use purple shampoo sparingly, but it does kind of cut the brassiness and help you prolong your color until your next color treatment if you are a blonde. Okay, last product that I keep in my shower is by Big Sexy, and it is their Color Care Top Coat. I've done another video on this. I don't use this a lot, but this helps to put a little bit of shine back into your color. Like I said, to kind of prolong your color. I actually like this more for brunettes. I notice more of a difference. It's almost like putting a clear semi-permanent color on your hair, but you can do it yourself at home in the shower because you don't have to mix it with developer or anything like that. So that is a good one. Like I said, I kind of notice more shine with my darker haired clients, but I like it on my own color as well if it's looking kind of dull, to kind of give it a punch of shine. So that is a good one. So anyways, that is all my products I'm currently using. You guys are like, really? You use like 19 products. But you just kind of have to look at your hair and see what it needs, or depending on what the style is that you're going for that day. I'm going to talk to you really quickly about my 3 favorite tools that I can't live without as far as blow dryer, flat iron, and curling iron. I have tried so many different blow dryers and spent like a ridiculous amount of money because as a stylist, you have to have a good dryer that works faster. And so I love the Babyliss blow dryers. This is the Pro TT, and I just feel like Babyliss is a great dryer and reasonably priced, and definitely out of all the dryers I've had like the Chi dryer, I've had some other, I can't even remember, ridiculously expensive dryers, and I just like my Babyliss. So this is what I'm currently using, and even if it went out, I would still go out and buy the same one. The flat iron that I love, I did another video of this, but this is a Chi, but if you're going to get a Chi, you need the Chi Nano. For some reason, it pulls on the hair less. I used to have a regular Chi, and don't buy your Chis at Target or Costco, because those are just the basic Chis, and they pull on your hair. I don't like that Chi. Like, look for this one online, Chi Nano. I love it because it also has a temperature gauge, and I've had it for a while, and it's ceramic plated, and it just runs through the hair really smooth. I like that it has a temperature gauge, so this is my flat iron of choice. For curling irons, I have used the Babyliss curling irons, which I really, really like. I just recently I thought I'd give this one a shot because a lot of my clients like this one, but it's just by Hot Tools, but it is the ceramic one. I've actually been really impressed as far as a Hot Tools product goes. I just feel like it heats up good. It also has a temperature gauge. I like that it's ceramic. I don't know if you've noticed on some of my videos when I'm curling my hair, sometimes I use my curling iron almost like it's a flat iron. I run it through a few times to smooth it out, and then I curl it. So that's why I love this ceramic one. I just feel like it's definitely worth it to buy nicer products as far as like flat irons, curling irons, blow dryers, and even hair care products. So anyways, those are all of my hair care products, as well as like styling products and things like that. I'm going to share really quick with you my look of the week. I was lazy today and I didn't want to do my hair, so I just have a low bun. And basically all I did today is I just kind of slicked it all back, put in an elastic, I braided it, and then I looped my braid around and just kind of tucked the ends under and everything with bobby pins. So that's kind of my lazy updo today, but I'm kind of liking the lower bun, kind of a good alternative to the top knot, just to kind of gives it a clean, polished look. My look of the week, I love mixing kind of like casual and dressy. So this is like an old shrug from Anthropologie, and I swear every year around the holidays they come out with some kind of new version of this, because I got this like 2 or 3 years ago, but I still really like it, and I love throwing it on with like a t-shirt, or today I have it on just like a denim shirt, kind of like mixing casual and dressy together. And then I love this little teardrop necklace. I don't know if you can see, but it's kind of got like this cool metal chain, has these teardrop diamonds. This is actually just from Forever 21, and I thought it was really, really cute. And then I have it just paired with some black leggings, but these leggings are amazing. I'm gonna have to take a picture because you can't even see in this lighting, but they have like kind of this quilted paneling going on. I feel like if you buy a really nice pair of thick cotton leggings, you can totally get away with wearing them as pants. You just throw on like a button up and you're good. And then my shoes that I have on today with it, I just have on my classic Tory riding boots. I'm gonna take them off so you can see them. But these are kind of like just on the go, but kind of a must-have. I just love them. They're black, they're comfortable. But it kind of just pulls this whole outfit together, and I feel like it's kind of dressy and casual. So anyways, I'll take a picture so you can kind of see the whole ensemble, but that's kind of my look of the week. Oh, one more thing that I like to pair together as far as like dressy and casual. I love throwing on like a knit sweater with like a sequin skirt, and then throw it on with like some tights, and I'd probably throw it on with these same boots. So anyways, those are like a couple cute ideas and ways to mix like casual and dressy, and just throw it on with some flats for during the day, throw it on with some cute wedge booties for going out at night, and a jacket, and you're good to go. So anyways, you guys, sorry this is so much information. If you're not bored already, if you haven't tuned out, hopefully you liked everything I shared with you today. Again, I'm going to be posting all of my products and everything, pictures on my blog. Go to dkwstyling.com/blog to look at all my new updates. And stay tuned each week. I try and post a video once a week and share lots of tips and trends and product information with you guys. All right, thanks. We'll see you next time.